Now coming to the parts of Power BI. Let's understand Power BI consists of basically three important things, which is Power BI Desktop, which is the first starting point where you and I would start building the reports, which would then turn into a dashboard. So all your development, be it by a software developer, by a business analyst, by a student, anybody who wants to get into the Power BI would have to first download Power BI Desktop, and therefore it is the first and most important development tool. It is a Windows desktop application. Then comes Power BI Service. Once if you develop a dashboard and a report which gets converted into a dashboard, yes, and you're through with your development, you would like to put it as a Power BI service. This service would basically host your report and periodically display the charts what you have built based on the new data you provide to the service. Therefore, this becomes the second important thing after you develop your reports and dashboards. Third important thing would be Power BI mobile app. So Power BI has built Windows, iOS and Android application to consume the reports which have been deployed on Power BI service. So this typically we have observed that all the top management execs would keep their phone handy and would mostly be away from their desktops. In such scenarios, they would like to have a go at the numbers which are getting churned on day in and day out basis and have a look at them. And without even asking anybody, they can just log in with their current credentials which they hold in the organization into one of these apps, connect to find out the report and which has been shared by the developers and the business analyst to them, open the report and check what all data values they were looking for. This tool therefore is a really powerful tool which helps the top execs of every organization access data in very quick and very methodological and systematic and timely manner, and which helps eliminate the human errors and any mistakes or timelines and adhere all the timelines, and therefore have a better decisions and which ultimately would add value to the organization. Here it is. Power BI Desktop is on the top left. If you have a look at it, this is the interface which we'll have a look at it in just few moments from now, which would help us develop different kinds of dashboards and reports. All the elements of this dashboard screen would be explained as we progress. Once we build this dashboard, we publish this desktop application, what we've designed, into a Power BI service. So this Power BI service is a cloud-based service which has a capacity of 10 gigabytes of content and which is very sufficient for probably a couple of years of your organizational data in any form. This service, which has accepted the data built on the desktop, can then be consumed on Power BI mobile. So it is a very intuitive user interface, gets aligned to a mobile screen as per the size of and the resolution of the screen. So all this report gets aligned perfectly well and can be viewed clearly on mobile as well. So these three terms continuously work hand in hand to churn the data and show it to the end users. So how Power BI matches your role? So Power BI can be used by a developer or Power BI consumer. So typically a developer would create report, then publish those reports to Power BI service, which you can view those reports on Power BI service by logging into a desktop Windows machine or any other desktop, logging into the service on the app.powerbi.com portal and have a look at the data shared to them. At the same time, there is a Power BI phone app. This helps the end user actually download it once, log in once, and every time the user wants to view the latest data, They can just open the phone and have a look at it. No need to search for the email reports, no need to search conversations, no need to search, click so many buttons and applications. It is one place wherein all your data is collated and turned into reports, and then it basically turns a big KPI number for your top execs. What is an overview of Power BI? Power BI will help you visualize and analyze your data. And while visualizing and analyzing your data, you would see lots of insights being thrown on the screen by Power BI itself. You would be able to take a very quick business decision based on the data thrown on the screen. This can be a make or break for the very competitive business world, wherein the competitors are always coming in with new products, new services, new ventures, new clients, and so on and so forth. It is a concept of any kind of data to be developed and built and consumed anywhere and anyway, the way you would like to see your data. So you can yourself see the slices and the dices of the data provided by Microsoft controls. This is something I'm very excited to show you guys. And there is something known as content packs. Content packs are built by Microsoft to which are a ready-made implementation of dashboards on certain services which are commonly used by loads of companies. For example, if you have a website, in our case there's a website, and if you have Google Analytics data, you can just download or link that Google Analytics data or plug that data into Power BI, and Power BI would show you different kinds of KPIs related to Google Analytics, which would help you identify the different kinds of plans and evaluate different kinds of plans and take decisions. And then you can always share your data for further Q&A via your telephone. There is a feature in Power BI wherein you can share your data and with your relevant stakeholders and query based on what you see on the screen. So what are the prerequisites for installing Power BI? Power BI can be installed on any Windows machine. It can be Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows Server, and any Windows machine. You can have Microsoft Power BI Desktop, which requires Internet 10 or greater, latest Internet Explorer to be very safe. And you have to download your system-specific 32-bit or 64-bit Power BI desktop application. The starting point would always be Power BI Desktop. So how do we install Power BI? We can install Power BI by accessing the link given above. Then we download x86 or x64 based machine related file, and once the file is downloaded, it is an MSI file. You just need to click and there you go. So now let's have a practical look at how to install Power BI.